Change the channel to the GC.
The Golf Channel?
No, the Gospel Channel.
This is paid programming for the Book of John. The Book of John.
The Gospel of John was originally intended for Jewish Christians and was written around the years of 90 and 100 AD. The Gospel of John addresses the relationship of the church with the Jewish tradition and the Roman authorities by using symbolic Jewish traditional code. Many Christians had fled the city and did not fight alongside their Jewish relatives, in which they immigrated to Ephesus. The Samaritan converts to Christianity were also in the community, as well as the Gentile Christians. John wrote to a melting pot of, or a diverse group. John was a theologian before the gospel was, therefore his gospel was more interested in theology. Jesus' identity as the revealer of God, the Word, the unique Son of the Father, and the Savior of the world. John aimed to combat false ideas about Jesus' full humanity or even his divinity, as well as opposed to the followers of John the Baptist, who late as the last decade of the first century wrongly believed he was the Messiah. The Gospel of John had a wide circulation and was even found as far as Egypt 40 years after its composition. A solid traditional place where John was written gained followers in Ephesus, which is now present-day Turkey. John emphasizes Jesus' divinity because the other Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, failed to do so. John had a refined, mature literary style for the people who seek a deeper understanding.
We saw an emphasis on John places him in present-day Turkey, which was back then Ephesus. Now, the Gospel of John presents the Lord by calling him the Son of God. Now, this truly means that Jesus was truly man and truly God. Now, the Gospel of John also puts Jesus as a descending figure, which means he came from heaven down to earth.
Thanks, Drew. Okay, so, the Gospel of John emphasizes the faith. He recognizes the afterlife of Jesus here and now. The Gospel of John had a more diverse group, therefore he was more open with all of his teachings. John supported the practice of the private worship and prayer. He believed that the Roman had put the kibosh on the Christian belief, and he wanted also for us to put the practice on private prayer and worship because he wanted to meditate on Jesus' deeper meaning.
The Gospel of John emphasizes on two major sources. The two sources were Jesus' signs, not miracles. The signs done by Jesus reveal his glory. The second major sign was a version of the Passion and Resurrection narrative. The Gospel of John also skips genealogy and showed Jesus' divinity. Critical moments in Jesus' life that the Gospel of John emphasized are the 7 signs done by Jesus: changing the water into wine, cure of the official son, cure of a paralytic, the feeding of 5,000, walking on water, cure of a blind man, and raising of Lazarus. Yes, it reflects the purpose of John.
The strengths of John over Matthew, Mark, and Luke is that he shows him as Jesus as a descending Christology, which is Jesus as a divine figure compared to an earthly. John has a more deeper meaning than the other books. They write a more childish and more as a storyteller than John.
Oh, hey there. The passages that are key to the Gospel of John are the wedding at Cana. Jesus has his first miracle there, and he doesn't want to be low-key. Jesus also had no purpose to do this, but he did it to get rid of the couple's shame. The second one is the feeding of the 5,000. Jesus is the provider, making something very small great. We'll see ya.
Now we're going to look at the wedding at Cana.
Jesus, the wedding is out of wine. You need to help make some.
Woman, my time has not come.
You better now do what Mother says.
Let me get some water. Here you go. Wine.
Oh, thank you, son, so much. Here you go.
Oh, that's the best part I've ever tasted. You guys treat me like royalty. No shame.
The wedding at Cana was a unique situation for Jesus. Jesus originally wanted to perform his first miracle or his claim to fame in a more prestigious manner in front of people who were a little more high class. But instead, because he didn't feel like the family who was getting married to feel shame because they ran out of wine, he performed his first miracle for a low-class people who were in a tough situation.
Wow, what a fascinating story. Now we're going to watch the feeding of 5,000. Let's be a little more gay. We need to feed these 5,000 people.
I will provide.
Thanks, Jesus, for the bread.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
Anytime.
You're the man, Jesus.
All right.
Thanks, Jesus. Man, I can't keep coming back to you. I'm never gonna be hungry.
We have so much left over.
Thanks. Thanks, Jesus.
This is awesome. Alright, I think we're done.
Okay, the feeding of 5,000 shows Jesus as a provider. In that situation, he didn't have to feed the people, but he felt inclined to. So the people can feel as when they need something, they can trust in Jesus.
Channel?
No, the Gospel Channel.
It's gonna happen, but like she just stands up and she's like, "Hey, Mike!" And she chases a dog. Yeah, that's like what she does. She's like, "I need a towel."